In order to install Tailwind CSS, let's open up Docs, Installation section. Here we'll click on Framework Guides and choose Laravel. Here the first option is used to initialize an empty Laravel project. We have already done so let's move on to the next step. On this step, we have to install a couple of npm dependencies, specifically Tailwind CSS framework itself, as well as PostCSS and autoprefixer packages. So let's switch over to the terminal and run this command. Right after the installation is complete, we have to initialize Tailwind CSS, which means we have to create Tailwind CSS configuration file as well as PostCSS configuration file. So we can do it by running the following command. And right after this, these two files will be created. Moving on. Next, we need to let Tailwind CSS know which files are going to contain Tailwind CSS classes. And we are doing so by specifying the value for the option content. I'm going to copy over the value of this option, switch over to the editor, and paste this option inside my tailwind config.js file. But we are primarily going to work with blade files. And if at any moment in the future we'll need to use Tailwind CSS classes inside JavaScript files, I'm going to add paths to JavaScript files in this array later on. So for now, I'm going to leave only paths to blade.php files. The next thing to do is to actually include Tailwind CSS style sheet into our CSS file. So let's copy these three directives, open up file called app.css that is contained inside resources CSS folder, and paste those three directives in here. And that's it. Now we just have to run development server. By the way, Laravel uses Vite by default as a development server that compiles front-end assets. So to run Vite server, let's execute the following command: npm run dev. But since we haven't run npm install yet to install all npm dependencies including Vite, let's do so right now. I'm gonna switch over to the terminal and execute npm install. And right after this, we are ready to run development server. Let's execute npm run dev. And that's about it. Tailwind CSS has been installed. Now it's time to check the result. We can copy over this whole code snippet, which already includes a couple of Tailwind CSS classes. And also, as you can see, this file already includes blade directive called Vite, where we specify paths to our CSS file. So I'm gonna copy this whole code snippet, switch over to the editor, and create another blade view inside resources views folder. Let's call this view index.blade.php. In this case, suffix name in blade file is important because it lets Laravel know that this file contains blade syntax, and blade is a template engine used by Laravel. We're going to talk a lot more about blade in the future lessons, but for now, let's paste that code snippet in this new file. I'm also going to add another Tailwind CSS class to make the text color violet. And to open up this file in the browser, we need to register so-called route. To register route, let's open up web.php file inside routes folder. We're also going to talk about routes as we go, but for now let's just remove the existing route from this file and create new one. So we are saying that anytime we're going to reference root path of the application in the browser, we would like to see template contained inside index.blade.php file. And please note that in this case, we don't have to specify extension .blade.php. Only file name will be enough. And also we no longer need default welcome view. This view is used to render Laravel default welcome page. We don't need this page anymore, so let's remove this view. And now if I'm going to reference default path of the application in the browser, we are supposed to see violet text that says hello world. And we are. So Tailwind CSS has been installed successfully. And during development, we will keep Vite development server running, because it is going to refresh the page in the browser automatically anytime we're going to make changes to our Blade files. That's about it for this lesson. Link to the source code of this project will be in the video description.